Yo, what is going on, you pumpkin smashing Piplup? Today, playing some games with what is probably my current go-to deck. I feel like every format I have like a deck that I like go back to playing just to kind of like have fun with. And it is Blissey right now. Blissey is like a ton of fun, and it's pretty solid in the current format overall, which makes it that much more enjoyable. Sometimes your fun deck isn't as fun because you lose to everything, but Blissey is actually pretty solid right now in the format, so it's like a fun deck to be playing. Yeah, I always have a ton of fun with Blissey. The deck is just so, I don't know, it's just like addicting to play. It's just so enjoyable to build up a massive Blissey and just kind of keep swinging and healing and going through all the motions with that stuff. It's always a really good time. And so we're up against some kind of Lost Zone deck here. If it is Lost Box, that is a good matchup. If it is not Lost Box and it's like Giratina, gonna be a little bit more difficult. That matchup's a little bit tougher, but it is still winnable. It looks like we are up against not that though, and we even have like the immediate hyper potion to kind of deal with. Actually, I could go boss KO on the Comfey. That's like tempting. Probably not tempting enough though, I don't think. We're probably gonna have to punching a cram though for not a KO does not sound that good. That sounds kind of bad. So we definitely just want to set up a bunch of Blisseys in this matchup. All we're going to be attacking with. We don't really need any Miltanks. Maybe in the late game in some weird scenario we could use a Miltank, but we definitely want to try and set up Greninja as well, because that'll be our fuel turn to draw cards. Not going to be too aggressive with Paths of the Peak in this matchup because they don't really have too many things with rule boxes that have abilities besides the Charizard. So towards the late game we might put a Paths of the Peak in play to kind of stop the Charizard damage, but up until that point we're just going to be chilling, playing Marnies and healing with Hyper Potions is going to be the plan. That is if we get attacked this turn. They do got the 4, but do they have another switch card for this Comfey? It would be a pretty big deal if they whiff here. And there's the escape rope. Okay, so they got it. And the Cram is hitting. And actually, we don't KO the Cramorant right now. If I get another powerful, I would KO. That's not a powerful. So I'm going to use a Hyper Potion here. Move that. I'll bench another Blissey as well. And then Marnie. Marnie, always a really strong card against Lost Zone decks. They like to build up a hand and kind of keep it for as long as they possibly can. So they kind of dislike it when we remove it. It also is a little bit awkward when we don't take a knockout, because now they can't get back to Comfey for the turn really easily. So they could like net the, to be honest, if they net the Cramorant, that would be pretty rude and annoying. I think we'd be okay, but it would definitely be annoying. Also, Avery, not too powerful against the Lost Box deck, but can have its moments where, you know, I mean, my opponent's current bench, they kind of want to keep all these Pokemon in play. And if they were to bench one more Pokemon, like a Sableye, yeah, there's that net on that Cramorant that I was talking about. That is super annoying. I think we'll be okay. It is annoying, though. I am annoyed by that. I'm definitely annoyed by that. It's definitely annoying. Because now we're going to have to go and KO the Cram this turn. Like, otherwise, I could have, like, 2-hit KO'd the Cram and start to build up energy on my bench Blissey. So when they knock out the first Blissey, the next Blissey can take KOs, which is what we ideally want to do, is start to build up our next Blissey. Now I'm going to have to commit this energy to the active, which isn't a huge deal. I'll be fine with that. Not going to be the end of the world or anything like that. And I might play the Yell Horn. I'm actually not sure if I want to play the Yell Horn or not on this next turn. We'll have to wait and see. The big thing we're going to be looking for here is our other Marnie to try and be, once again, as disruptive as possible. Oh, the escape rope is a pretty big deal, though. That's not good. But there's the Marnie for my opponent. Maybe I shouldn't have benched this Blissey, to be honest. Another Marnie for my opponent does mean we might be able to draw into one of our own switch cards. We did not find one. This is not looking great so far. We can capture out the Greninja, but we don't have another energy in hand to combo with it. Okay, there's an Avery. Might capture first. No, we should Avery. If we get the escape rope, now we can play the escape rope. Definitely gonna go with the escape rope here. So this Avery is actually pretty good. This is actually a pretty good Avery. My opponent filled their bench with attackers and good utility Pokemon. I assume this Comfey is going to bite the dust, and probably the Cramorant. We'll see what they actually... Just want to remind you guys real fast that if you ever need any PokemonTCG cards or codes, go over to FullGripGames.com for your cards and FullGripCodes.com for your codes. All right, I've taken enough of your time. Let's go ahead. Let's get back to the video. Actually end up discarding here, though. They're taking their sweet time on this one. Ooh, they got rid of the Oranguru. Okay, escape rope. I'll see what my opponent sends up. They got us with an escape rope. I'm getting them with an escape rope now. Cram's not the target here. And now I can actually capture for my... I'm already forgetting what it's called. Greninja, so I can draw some cards. and build up some more options for our future turns. I'll probably put the cape on the Blissey V as well. Might put it on the Greninja, to be honest, because protecting our Greninja is a pretty big deal as well. Okay, like to see that. So I can actually KO this currently. I can capture this Blissey, which I think does make more sense. Take Greninja, draw some cards. More paths to the peak. Definitely don't need those. And could cape here or here. I'm just gonna swing for now, I think. Knock out the Comfey. Get our first prize card. Just a little bit slow. Would have liked to have drawn that a little bit sooner, but I don't know. We can settle. Not that big of a deal. We did, that Avery did work, to be honest. Like I said, it was not, like I said, it's not great in this matchup, but that Avery plus escape rope combo was pretty good. That was pretty good, to be honest. 6 in the lost zone here. They could definitely get up to 10 this turn. Wouldn't be a huge surprise. They did whiff a Colress last turn, I believe, though. Then what? 1 Colress and a Marnie, but they did play a Marnie, so they probably, they might have a draw supporter here. We'll find out. I'm feeling pretty confident either way. The cross switchers on my Blissey again. We do have the escape rope again, though, and once again, this could be pretty effective because I would much rather knock out something off my opponent's bench here. Escape rope plus boss. Let's go with the escape rope first. Let's see what they send up. I assume they're going to send up the Sableye here and try and protect that Comfey, but boss KO on that Comfey with the air balloon is super tempting. I do have the Avery in hand if I just want to draw cards, but I feel like with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the lost zone, boss and that Comfey is going to be the better option. Take that out of play. That's all of their support Pokemon in play. They have no support Pokemon in play. They can hit with Cram, and they could top deck Colress. I maybe should have put one of those capes in play, to be honest, on the last turn. But man, that Avery decimated my opponent's board. That's actually so crazy how effective that Avery was. That's absurd. Pat to the Peak coming in play for my opponent. That does shut down my Greninja for basically the rest of the game. I don't think I don't have a way to replace it. So now I can't heal this Blissey. Can Avery. More options. Now I can heal this Blissey. So we're going to heal. Card one of these, and then I'll attach another one. They're doing what? 90, 100. Boom. Taking the KO. I'm just going to go ahead and throw these in play as well. Blissful Blast for the KO. All right, they're down to a lone Sableye now. I literally can't get over how good that Avery was. Because if they had just been able to keep like a couple of their Pokemon around, keep the extra Comfeys or the Guru, that's so many more cards they're seeing each turn. And every card they top deck, scoop up nets and switch cards and all that kind of stuff, combos with those cards. So by taking those cards out of play, it has severely limited my opponent's options. Oof, now we get to Charon's Care up this Blissey. Pick that up, reset all of that damage. Gonna throw it back down. Gonna put a capture. I'm not gonna grab another Blissey. Could have maybe grabbed a, nah, I don't really want a Miltank. And we're just gonna swing again. This Blissey is basically all we need at this point. We are absolutely destroying this Lost Box deck. This is sick. This is so sick. Not the matchup that Avery's in here for, but it works out in this one. Another coin flip win. Another get to go first. I actually wonder if we're into a mirror match here. My opponent also has a colorless deck box. That would definitely be interesting. I assume that would come down to Battle of the Miltanks, which I am down for, to be honest. I think that'd be super cool to see how that plays out. I've never played a Blissey mirror. I don't think ever, especially in this new. Ooh, it is going to become a Battle of the Miltanks. Okay, I'm actually really, really excited to see how this goes. Pass over to my opponent. So I actually don't think I want to Blissful Blast their Blissey, because then that would lead. Wow, this is interesting. Yeah, if I Blissful Blast their Blissey, they can Charon's Care their Blissey. Also, if I bench, oh my gosh, this is going to be weird. It is going to become a Battle of the Miltanks, though, for sure. Which is going to make things strange. If you bench Greninja, Miltank does more damage. So I don't think my opponent currently is on the same wavelength as me as the way to approach this matchup. So I think I'm going to have an advantage here to start with until I get into, you know, lone Miltank. Well, what if they play Canceling Cologne? Well, that would be something, wouldn't it? There's just no shot, though, right? Hyper Potion. Losing a Hyper Potion would not be good. Oh, man. But I feel like I do have to set up to some extent. I should go ahead with the research, try and find some better energy to put on my Miltank. Powerful is good. throw out my path, just thin that out before they get to thin out theirs. Oh, I didn't want a Blissful Blast. I've already messed up. I literally talked through, probably shouldn't Blissful Blast, so my opponent can't Charon's Care. And then I go ahead and I Blissful Blast. All right. I guess the path also shuts down their Greninja, so it's a pretty good play there for me, if I do say so myself. Yeah, down a Yell Towel and a Hyper Potion, which are heal cards for my Miltank. Not great. And we're going to be going to a long one here for sure, as long as my opponent picks up on the fact that this has become a Miltank off and not a Blissey off. The Blisseys are completely irrelevant at this point, and mean and do absolutely nothing because they can't hit Miltanks. So the only thing that matters anymore is Miltank, because the person with the last Miltank, well, they can't be attacked anymore. So as long as my opponent understands that, it's going to be an interesting bout from here. But yeah, definitely made the mistake in actually attacking my opponent, because now they can actually even Charon's Care like double powerful plus the turbo energy. Okay, they picked up on it. There's their Miltank. And here comes a Marnie. I'm down for that. I did not have a Charon's Care in hand. This could lead to a Charon's Care. Yeah, hitting their Blissey was so bad. I can't even like I can't even get over how bad that was. And another powerful to their Blissey. They can hit me pretty hard here, which is like kind of annoying, but not too annoying to be honest. I can actually hit their Miltank pretty hard, which I think is actually better. I got knocked out. What? I did not expect that, but I'm fine with that. We're actually set up pretty good here to begin the Miltank off. All right. Chase the Miltanks is the strat. How much should we hit for? 70 damage. Okay, we set up a almost 2-hit KO if they get a cape, but they're not doing very much damage to me. If they attach a double turbo energy, they're actually doing 0 damage to my Miltank. Now, my hand is dead, but they can't one-hit KO my Miltank, and I have a lucky energy attached. So, by the time they can KO my Miltank, I guess every hit with my Miltank into their Blissey is not a hit into a... like if they're going to Charon's Care their Blissey, that means they didn't Charon's Care a Miltank, so I guess that's still pretty reasonable. But this is a lot of powerful energy and double turbo, to be honest. The double turbo is also really good on Miltank because it means it can't, it's like another out to healing with Hyper Potion, so I don't like that either. They are, however, not setting up any more Miltanks. Am I going to solo Miltank this at this point? I think I've maybe won. Is the game over? Have I won? That'd be incredible. Okay, they got the net on the Ninja. I can retreat the Miltank. I mean, at this point, I'm just going to swing into their Blissey because it already has damage on it, so I may as well just hit it more. It doesn't hurt. They need more. I think I've got him. I think we got him here. Route for 0. I mean, we're not doing a whole ton. Oh, route for 0. I don't even get to draw off my lucky energy. I'm going to throw another lucky here. Route. Oh, we got the KO? Oh, that is enough. All right, 50. Prize card. Blissey goes up. Do they have another Miltank? If they hit me with a canceling cologne here, I am going to be so pissed. I'll be so... All right, they have more Miltanks. All right. And the bout continues. Miltank versus Miltank. But I'm up. I'm up a Miltank. I feel like that's a pretty big advantage. I'm not a Miltank versus Miltank expert, but according to my calculations, that should give me quite an advantage here. Avery. Let's thin some stuff out here. Grab the Blissey. Follow Blissey. Grab nothing. I'm going to conserve the energy. Route. Or 50. Now, yeah, them. So I've already hit the Blissey. So Charon's Care here is like really good for my opponent. But because I've already hit this, I may as well just hit it again and pressure it. Like, not hitting it would have been optimal because Charon's Care getting back 3 powerful energy and a double turbo. It's really good. I did this to myself though, so we'll see. They can't do any damage this turn because the only way that they could attack with Miltank would be through a double turbo, which would net them 0 damage. There's a capture. So a capture this turn plus a powerful next turn means they would be hitting me for 30 damage. This is going to be a slow game. It's going to be super slow. Until we, like, one of us builds up a Miltank with, like, a lot of energy. If they bench that Miltank, I'm doing more damage, though. Okay, they're holding off on it. Research, but we're not playing that. Oh, another hit. These don't have the Charon's Care. I'm going to feel so silly if my opponent actually pulls off the Charon's. I even talked about it, too. I was like, I shouldn't actually hit this Blissey Because if they have Charon's Care, that's bad for me. And then I hit the Blissey, and now I'm just going to feel so silly if they have it before I KO this Blissey, or before they hard retreat it. If they hard retreat it and remove these powerfuls, then I'll be feeling a little bit better. But they could like bring it back up, attack with Blissful Blast, get the powerfuls back on it, and then Charon's Care it later. So I'm still going to be feeling pretty silly, to be honest. No matter, there's no situation here where I don't feel silly, unfortunately. Always going to be feeling silly. Oh my gosh. I feel so silly. And they have a lot of powerfuls to work with. Okay, route 30. I get to draw some cards. Ooh, I can hit for 50 though. Route for 50. And I can now, I have to find a moment to build up another Miltank. When that moment is, I'm not sure. Looking for hyper. There's a Charon's Care. So next turn they could hit me for another powerful energy would be 70 damage. So I'd survive with 10 HP. If I bench a Miltank, I get KO'd. So they can hit for 70. They hit next turn. 70. I think I should do it like this now. Charon's Care. Then pass. And then next turn, attack. So they'll hit me for 70. And then if they don't have the fourth powerful energy, they'll only hit me for 70 on the following turn. Oh, but then I have to bench a Miltank anyways, I feel like. That just feels so bad no matter what. I feel like I have to bench the other Miltank. This Charon's Care just felt bad, to be honest. Like, there was, like, no good come of this Charon's Care, I feel like, actually. Damn. Yeah, that's kind of rough. All right. What do we top deck? The Hyper Potion a turn late. Okay. So I do have to bench another Miltank here and attach to it. Maybe I just start to build up this Miltank, actually. And maybe I should have just like sent up my Miltank for a turn while I attach to another Miltank. I think I made the mistake of, because if I attach to this one now, they're doing 90 damage. So I think I have to do this, actually. Yeah, so I should have always just like had a sacrificial Miltank there. And I kind of messed that up. Actually, a sacrificial Blissey would have been good there as well. Because they would have like 3-hit KO'd a Blissey. That still wouldn't have been great though, because I don't have another Charon's Care for the Blissey. So this still feels awkward, but I think this puts us in a better spot overall. Oof, I'm learning a lot here about Miltank mirrors. Okay, so we get knocked out. I don't return knock them out, but I think I'm in a pretty good spot still. 90, attach a powerful, swing, and kind of work on this Miltank here. Route. Now, they could have the Hyper Potion play. Very possible. I am down to powerful energy now, but I have the Hyper Potion on my side as well. Yeah, here comes a Hyper. I am up a Miltank as well. That's something, a big thing to take note of. We haven't seen my opponent's third Miltank, so it could be prized. I'm assuming it's not, but it could be. They get the hit here now. Or 70. If they have, should I play as if they don't have it? I think I should just go ahead and hyper. I got back-to-back hypers here, so that feels pretty good. Man, I really messed this up because this thing could have triple powerful here swinging, so that could be threatening my fourth powerful knockout. Unfortunately, I'm not. Another situation I am kind of representing here, though, is my opponent could kind of deck out because they do have the lucky energy here, and they are down 2 Marnies. I don't know how many Marnie they play. I do have a third. I did get the fourth powerful now, though. Awkward. Okay, Hyper Potion again. And I am down quite a few hypers. My opponent is also down 2 hypers and has only actually played one of them. But I'm down 3 hypers, I believe. Yeah, I'm down a lot of hypers. All right, route. I am. So I'm only hitting for 50 now, but if they don't heal, my powerful energy would actually knock them out. So they could make the call. They could be like, all right, I don't think they got the... Nope, there comes another Hyper Potion. All right, so this work is really awkward. Now, do I hope that they don't have their last powerful energy? I could make that call. That seems risky, though. If I set up my last Miltank then instead? Oh, I feel like I put myself in a bad spot here. Oh, no. Wouldn't they have attached the powerful energy, though, if they had it? I hit for 50, and then I bench this hit for 30. I think I have to hope they don't have it. I feel like if I bench another Miltank here, I just lose the game because this one's only gonna have one powerful, and then this would only hit for not enough. So 50, 60, 70. I don't actually know what the correct play is here. This is so painful to try and figure out what to do here. I think I have to hope they whiff. I think I have to hope they don't have their powerful here. Hit for 50. Yeah, I think that's the only route I'm truly seeing to be an answer here. And if they have it, I do just lose. But I've learned something about the Miltank War. Don't hit your opponent's Blissey when it has 3 powerful energy, because then you lose. If I just didn't hit that Blissey there, we would just have won, because they would have not had access to 3 more powerful energy. But then I made the mistake and I hit the Blissey and I got punished, which is good to see. And we learned something. We learned how to play the Blissey mirror more efficiently. Comes a pal pad. What? I have to deal with a pal pad? Sheesh, they can recover Charon's Care with that. Maybe if they don't recover a Marnie, though. Ooh, they put back a Research, though, which scares me. They did play the Pokegear before they played the pal pad, though, which is weird. Okay. Out. All right. Another card. We did for 50. My active Miltank is going to just get KO'd no matter what. I mean, I could get my last Hyper Potion, but it's pretty unlikely. Tank. This. Powerful. And I think Marnie to disrupt. And hope. We're hoping. Big time hope. Got the Charon's Care. Could retreat this Miltank. Retreat to this one, then Charon's Carrot. Okay, and then hit. Oh, that feels really bad. Like, everything feels so bad here. It just all feels bad. All right, route. Everything just feels... I can't... Like, everything just feels terrible. There's like... It just feels like there's not a good play. We're routing. We're in. We're routed. Oh, 4th powerful. Oh, and the Hyper. This tank is insane. Oh my goodness. They have built quite the Miltank here. I don't think I'm going to be able to stop it. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm cooked. Got some Averys, some Marnies. I don't think it matters. We pack it up here. Their Miltank is too powerful. All right, we take the concession in the Blissey mirror. Don't hit your opponent's Blissey when they've got a lot of powerful energy on it in the mirror match. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.